Definitely a taller mast and sea wind. It's as we feared. Somewhere in the mast, there's a short between the two wires. You smell that? All right.
I thought you were taking a photo.
No.
It's like...
This is basically a metal wax. It's literally like magic. Just got back from the health clinic. Katy does not feel too good.
We're just down to 2 infections.
Hey friends, welcome back. We've been trying to get this boat we just bought ready to sail over the horizon. It's been 1 month exactly of living here in Central America, and everything has caught up with Katy as she has not been feeling well for the past couple weeks. We think it was from the pool that we have been swimming at the marina. This episode is going to be pretty dynamic as we try and figure out what is plaguing her, continue to clean musty, moldy things, and find some mysterious electrical issues with the mast wiring, which leads to a first look at the top of this new to us and much taller double spreader rig on Boundless. Bless her little soul for cranking me up 60 feet twice in one day while sick. That's okay. Now, many of you may be wondering why the heck we haven't left the dock for some sailing and playtime in between all of this work. Because after all, this is a bluewater sailboat. Well, we want to make sure that we know this vessel before we trust our lives with it. And so we've taken it upon ourselves to get to know every square inch before we cast the lines. Let's just say that it is a good thing we are, because in doing so, we uncover a tiny issue that could cause a huge catastrophe. Yeah.
If you lose this, you lose the rig.
Oh boy. I haven't filmed any of this. We just got back from the health clinic. Katy does not feel too good. She's had an ear infection and a double ear infection and, should I say it? She's had a double ear and double ear infection and a yeast infection at the same time. We think it was from the pool that we have been swimming at the marina.
And now I have a throat infection.
And now it has spread to her throat. She's taking amoxicillin, but seems to have come back, and so now we have a new antibiotic that we got from a clinic here in Cologne. Really nice doctor, very accessible. No insurance here. The doctor visit was $20 US, and the
Got 3 medications for $80.
3 medications for $80, a diflucan, a powerful NSAID, and a antibiotic for $80. So we'll talk a little bit more about it later. We're waiting for the bus right now.
1 week earlier, then I would have gone.
Hey, sweetie. Chino feels too good. She took her first antibiotic.
Of this wrap.
Of this type, yeah. A couple of Tylenol. You can try to sleep for a little while.
I tried out there, but I just feel so awful.
I'm sorry, honey. Love you. The doctor said no smooching. Yeah, you have a throat infection.
And everything else infection.
Your whole head, huh? Aw. I'll be right out here, okay? Poor little bum. She doesn't feel good. I'm out here trying to finish this week's episode. Oh, there she is. Wait. Yeah. This is our first episode of moving to Panama. And our first day on Boundless. So I hope you all enjoy this episode when you see it. How are you feeling? Poopy.
My throat's still swollen. and painful when I swallow, but not as painful as this morning when I cried. And we did a before and after, and this morning Parker couldn't even get me to get my tongue down to go to look at my throat because it was so swollen. And then tonight you could actually see past my epiglottis. That's what it's called?
Yes.
My punching bag?
Oh no, your uvula?
No, my uvula. What? Your epiglottis.
No, it is not the epiglottis. The epiglottis is the flap that keeps your food from going down your air pipe. Yeah, your windpipe.
My uvula, I mean.
Your uvula.
My ears hurt. They're full of fluid. Every time I lay down, an ear gets full. And then when they come back up, it moves. And my head hurts, and my sinuses hurt. Everything hurts. And I'm so tired. I just hope that this antibiotic works. And it's itchy.
Oh, is it?
I want to scratch it. Fingers crossed this antibiotic is the winner chicken dinner. And if not, we have one more to try.
This one's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
And your yeast infection is?
Gone. I'm saying that like, but we have more diflucan just in case.
Go team.
So we're just down to 2 infections.
Love you, sweetie.
Love you too.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, say goodnight.
Good night. And those are itchy.
The next day was looking up for Katy as she felt a bit better on all fronts, and was happy to finally be making some progress in the right direction. It's a Thursday, and so the new episode is finished and out for patron ad-free early viewing. I suppose this is a great spot to say that if you like our videos and how we tell our story, head on over to patreon.com/sailingseawinds to check it out. If patron or financial support isn't your thing, the easiest way to support our channel is to subscribe. It's completely free and really helps our channel get spread across the YouTube universe. Leaving a comment also really helps. So say hello, ask a question, tell a story. We read them all. With Katy still taking it slow, I decided to try and sort out some mast wiring that had a peculiar thing happening. There's a light fixture way at the top of the masthead that serves as 2 things, an anchor light and a tricolor navigation light. The anchor light is a 360-degree light and is to be on from dusk to dawn while anchored. It serves as a safety marker so other boats that are underway at night can see where an anchored boat is and change their path to avoid collision. The tricolor light is a nighttime navigation light made up of 3 colors, red for port, green for starboard, and white for the stern. These 3 colors, and the combination of which you see on other boats at night, are used to tell which side of a boat you are seeing, and if it is moving toward or away from you. It also allows other boats to tell the same about you. These 2 lights should work completely independently of each other, and when I turn the anchor light breaker on, no problem. The anchor light comes on, and the indication light on the breaker panel also comes on. Here's the weird part. When I turn the tricolor light on, both indicators light up, even with the anchor switch off. But at the masthead, only the tricolor light comes on. Weird, right? Now, from an electrical standpoint, there should be no connection between these 2 circuits, other than the common negative that they share. So I decided to chase the wires from the back of the breakers to see exactly where they went, and if there were any weird connections between the breaker and the connection at the base of the mast. I didn't find anything that would be causing this issue, so I started testing continuity of the wires in the mast itself. I turned the tricolor on.
You know the anchor light.
Yeah, I know. Okay, and so what did that do to number 3? This is the anchor light. Nothing. But did it break the ground? It broke it, so turn the tricolor off.
Off.
Yeah, look at that. So here's the strobe wire that they had disconnected, and just as I suspected, it's actually tied in with the negative system. Somehow this is grounded up there, whether through a short or something, I don't know. So everything was pointing up, literally. I couldn't go any further until I got my eyes on the wire connections in the light fixture itself, 60 feet off the water. Now, I'm not expecting every one of you to be following everything that's going on here. This is more so to show the sometimes lengthy process one must go through to diagnose an issue. Chasing the wires inside the boat took over half the day. My eyes were slightly crossed from looking at a bunch of wires that were all the same colors, and Katy was requesting we switch gears. So we did just that. Today on Boundless, these are the curtains. We took everything off the walls. So they are funky and they stink. You smell that?
I know, I told you that. Sorry.
We got some OxyClean. And we're just gonna soak these puppies. One at a time. Actually, it looks like you can fit quite a bit in there. Maybe we can do all of them. All the smalls, yeah.
Maybe.
All right. What's up, everyone? Push up here. There we go. All right, so as you can see on Boundless, we have lots of polished stainless steel. The previous owners, they had these custom solid lifelines, 2 tiers, all the way up, the whole way around the boat. These here are the lifelines, and it's a double rail the whole way up. We need to keep them rust-free, and in the saltwater environment, that means polishing them. This is called Colonite. This is a product that is new to me, never used it. This is basically a metal wax, and from what I've been reading, you can actually also use this on the stainless rigging, the wire rigging that goes up the mast. So that's a project I'm going to do as well. But I just showed you some rust stains at the base of one of the stanchions, and so I want to start getting rid of that stuff because the boat has sat for a few months, and you can tell that some of the stainless is starting to get a little bit of tarnish on it, so we're going to put a coat of wax on it. You can see this is what most of the boat looks like, all these bases and stuff. You can see this rust streak around bolts and everything, and you can see it starting up here and down here. And
shows how the matic's gonna work.
Yeah, so on Seawind, you know, we tried polishing a few times, but we never used this stuff. This Colonite is amazing, so I'm gonna show you. I mean, you watched the time lapse. Maybe this will just be a continuation of that. It's so nice when it rains here. Most of the time.
It cools everything off. Keeps it cool.
Okay, just need a little bit on the rag. Here we go. It's like magic. It's literally like magic.
I think I want to do some of this tomorrow morning.
Are you
satisfied?
Yeah. Let's get the bases. Sit her. Check it out. Right. So it goes from that to that. That's satisfying.
That's a little too small, maybe? No, that works. Welcome to Katie's cabinetry talks. I am currently unscrewing a screw for this new bathroom hook because obviously this isn't our hardware.
This is our new $60, $65, $70 hook because I needed one that matched the other hooks, and of course.
Oh, one is a flathead screw and one is a
One's a Phillips.
Phillips.
Anyway, so this is going to be our new hook.
When I was home, my mom told me I was getting very handy since I've been hanging out with you.
Well, you are getting pretty handy.
Because I was working on her dryer vent on my birthday in the morning because
I like this back scratching. That's good.
I think that's good.
Okay. All right.
I thought you were taking a photo.
No.
I was like,
Go ahead and explain.
well,
Look
I think
at
you
that.
saw a bit of the before, which was all of the, I think every single curtain had brown, like dark brown streaks through them. So this was 4 hours of OxyClean and then rinsing them out and then drying them outside, and they look sparkly.
Amazing. Here, look at this. I mean, not a speck of that brown stuff anymore. Amazing. And these are really nicely built. These slides here. Real nice, thick, 2-ply. Yeah, it's raining a little bit.
What about out front?
This one's okay still. Is that one all right? Anyway, so we got them all laid out here. We brought them inside because it started to rain a bit outside. Can I what? Oh, my underwear.
Put the tools in there.
Yeah, I will, yeah. And then, wait, show everyone our thing. So after much
What?
deliberation, our hook.
Oh, I'm just busy. My brain has already gone to the next thing.
Okay.
That's our hook.
All right, she's uninterested anymore. So, here's our hook. Oop. Nice. We had to position it off a little bit from the other one because it is a little bit different of a length. But it's nice because it folds out of the way. Even if it was like this, it wouldn't hit. And we noticed that all these other hooks, this part that accepts the hook is a little bit down like this, not straight across. You can see how much play that would have in there. But now angling it slightly down and it really stiffens the whole thing up. So this thing, with the boat rolling or anything, is going to be very secure. And the reason for this hook, obviously the door closes, right? But the reason for this hook is because the head, often you're hanging wet towels like we have in the shower. As much ventilation into the head as you can is good. So that's why you leave it cracked like that. And that is the end of that saga. All right, Katie's gonna help me go up the mast for the first time.
I help you. I mean, I'm gonna be the one that's cranking you up
Yes.
the mast.
You're gonna take me up the mast.
There we go.
I have written out this diagram here. So when I tell you to turn on certain breakers, you will know what should be coming on, okay? and I have the steaming light disconnected because I needed an extra breaker to just diagnose this. So the tricolor is going to come on when you turn the steaming breaker on. The anchor comes on with the anchor breaker. The strobe comes on with the tri, okay? And the ground is not on a breaker. That's just a note for you because I'm sure you wanted to know which ground wire it was. You look very, oh, why are you pouting? Why are you pouting?
Because you said doesn't mean we have to go, doesn't mean we can't go over procedure. Yeah, I know the importance of procedure.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay, so we have this is a different setup for going up the mast here. We have our climbing stuff still, but this is called a bosun's chair. I had one on Seawind, and then when we left, I left it at home because we just didn't have enough space, so we just doubled our climbing harness as our going up the mast harness. But this is nicer because you actually sit on a seat and you have this between your legs, and then you can tighten this back to bring this excess material in towards you. And then this one actually has, its case doubles as a pocket, a Velcro pocket. So I'm gonna be taking the GoPro in here so I can set it up at the top of the mast to show you guys what's going on. And then on this side, there's a little tool pouch. All right, so I pull this here. Oh, look at that, that's really nice.
I need to put another wrap on the safety line before you go up.
I'm floating now, and we don't have, these fittings are too big to get through this, so I couldn't tie a climbing knot through. So we're relying on this hardware, which normally we don't do, but it's in really good shape, and we're running two lines. We have the spinnaker halyard as a safety, and then this is the main halyard. Okay, are you ready? Love you.
Love you. Make sure you talk to me back.
Okay, see you at the top. Okay, we're up here at the top of the mast. I have the super view on, so it's gonna be a little fisheye, but you guys will be able to see as much as you possibly can. So I've been doing some inspecting. Mainly, the mast is in really good shape. It's a painted mast, which I really don't prefer. I wish it was just bare aluminum, but it's in really good shape other than around most of the stainless fittings and at the spreader bases. They have this bubbling here going on. I'm not really too sure what to do about that other than just monitor it for now, but everything looks really good. It's definitely a taller mast than Seawind. The bosun chair is super, super comfy though. So anyway, here is the light in question. I'm gonna take this base off right here and see what the heck's going on inside this thing. So I'll clamp you guys on over here. Okay, yeah, should be able to see what's going on just like that. All right, don't fall. You guys have your safety lines on? So this looks like a clamp here. So, oh, there's one on the other side too. Oh, there we go. It's just that simple. Katy, can you try and take me up a little bit more? Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, hi.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead and turn the anchor light on. Okay, we got 13 volts now off.
Off.
Try on.
Try steaming light though, right?
Yeah, the steaming, yep, sorry.
It's steaming.
Okay. Ah, no, it's... So there is a short somewhere.
In the mast.
Well, I don't know if it's in the mast or on this base. I'm gonna take this base up. Okay, hey again. So Katy is taking off these two wires from the base of the mast where the connections are, just to eliminate everything in the boat. I just want to make sure that there isn't a short between these two circuits somewhere else. And then I'm going to check them up here again. Fingers crossed. Please wish me luck.
Alright, they're off.
Okay, both off? Okay. We do not want to hear that between these two wires. Please, please, please. Oh, there's so much resistance. What is going on? This is bad news. You want the meter to read OL, or open lead, meaning there is in no way a connection between the two wires you are testing. The resistance shown, even without the beep, means that there is in fact a spot at which the two wires I'm testing are physically touching. I took the base of the light fixture off as a last effort to see if I could find the part where they were touching, with no luck. Now, there is another layer that I have not talked about. There is a strobe light function as well, making 3 circuits in the light fixture. There are 4 wires total going into the light, 2 pairs, each is a pair of yellow and red. One of these wires is the negative or ground for all 3 circuits. Then, each breaker turns on the 12 volts to its specific wire, anchor, tricolor, and strobe light. The strobe light was disconnected when I first looked at the wiring, and so I was attempting to restore all 3 functions. It's as we feared. There's a short between the 2 wires. Somewhere in the mast, the insulation of the wires is chafed away or something, and the actual wires themselves are touching. And therefore, when you turn either of those breakers on, you get voltage on both of the wires. I've pulled as much wire as I can out of the bottom of the mast here, and there's nothing I can see. The wires themselves, they actually go up inside this track right here, but you have to have the mast out, and then you slide this cover out to get to that. So that's not happening right now. So what I'm going to do to make the tricolor and the anchor light work reliably, because that is what we need to work, I am going to disconnect the strobe wire from up at the base of the light fixture. Because it doesn't matter if I leave it off here, I have it off here, doesn't matter, the short is sending voltage to both of them at the same time. What's really nice is it's not shorted to ground. So that means the mast itself isn't being energized with 12 volts. So I'm going to disconnect it. I'm actually going to snip the exposed wires off up there. And then at some point, we're going to have to take the mast out of this thing and probably rewire the mast. So, but then we got to address a lot of the corrosion issues with the bubbling paint and stuff too. So, all right, here we go. All right, we're back up at the top of the mast, and I am going to do what I explained to you guys. So this little red wire right here, this one, is going to be snipped off and taped off, and then we're going to hook up the other 3 and be done with this thing for now. Okay, we're gonna put this thing back up here now. Okay, it's clipped in. And now you're going to turn the anchor light on.
Anchor light on.
All right, anchor light is on. Turn the anchor light off.
Off.
Tricolor on.
Tricolor on.
Anchor light on as well.
Anchor light on.
Tricolor off.
Tricolor off.
Anchor off.
Anchor off.
Try on.
Try off.
Okay. We have an anchor light and a tricolor light. Those are what we need. And that'll be good enough for now. And that out there is the Atlantic Ocean and where we're longing to be. So you can see that's the marina entrance right there. Here's our new boat, Boundless. There's Katy waiting to take me down. So here's the, that's our Windex. That tells us the wind direction and speed. This is the light that's been giving me trouble, and then that's our Windex as well. You can see the marina here. I'm okay. That was some good nose wiggling there.
Hey, you got like their hand on the side.
Wow. Alright. Oh gosh, okay.